Hi, in this video lesson, we are going to discuss how to solve a compound inequality. This problem says to solve and graph the following compound inequality. It says 4 is less than or equal to negative 4x plus 6, which is less than 12. Okay, so here are the steps that you're going to take to solve a compound inequality. First thing that you're going to do is you're going to take the middle part and the part to the right, and you're going to write it down. And you're going to solve this. So how do we solve this equation? We subtract 6 on each side so we can isolate the variable. So 12 minus 6 is 6. Of course, 6 minus 6 is 0. So we're just left with negative 4x on this side. And then to solve for x, we're going to isolate the x. So we're going to have to divide the negative 4 because it's times the x. And whenever you divide by a negative, you have to change the direction of the inequality. And we get x is greater than 6 divided by negative 4. A positive divided by a negative is negative. And 6 divided by 4, 4 goes into 6 once with a remainder of 2. So 1 2/4 or 1 1/2. So we get x is greater than negative 1.5. The next part that you're going to do is you're going to take the middle part and the part that's to the left. And you're going to write that down and solve it. So 4 is less than or equal to negative 4x plus 6. And let's take the same exact steps that we did in the last part. We're going to subtract 6 on both sides. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2. And as before, we're going to divide both sides by negative 4. Once again, when you divide by a negative, the direction changes. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and 2 over 4 is 1/2 or 0.5. The last part you're going to do is you're going to take these two and you're going to combine them into one compound inequality. So for now, let's just take it the way it's written and then we'll adjust. So I wrote that down, and then we're going to take this part and now we have our compound inequality. Now this is written a little bit different. This is a correct way. There's nothing wrong to write this, but many textbooks are going to change it like this. They're going to have x is greater than negative 1.5 but less than 0.5. These two things mean the same. It's just more standard, more common to write it the way it is on the bottom part. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph this. To graph this, another way to think about this is saying that we have numbers that are in our solution that are greater than negative 1.5 while less than or equal to 0.5. So this is what the solution set's going to look like. All right, so I'm going to graph 0 and 1 and 2, negative 1 and negative 2. So we want values that are, first of all, smaller than or equal to 0.5. So we're going to find where 0.5 is and fill it in because of the equal to. And we want values that are smaller than that. So that's going to be this way. We also want the values to be greater than negative 1.5. So we find where negative 1.5 is. And we need all these values to be greater than negative 1.5 while at the same time less than or equal to 0.5. And that's why everything that's in the middle is shaded. And the 0.5 is also part of the solution set because of the equal to. The negative 1.5 is not shaded because it is not equal to. So this is a graphical representation of the solutions for that compound inequality. So just to recap, if you get a compound inequality, first thing that you do is you take the middle part and write it with the right hand part first, and then with the left hand part, and you solve both using the same type of steps, and then last you graph it.